here's the real deal. All right,
Licata's
got the reach.
That's all right.
Right?
That ain't gonna do no good when I'm up in his own kids.
Gary's got that Floyd Mayweather kind of like stick and move thing going on.
No sticking and moving. I'm Tyson.
You're very quick. You're very quick and powerful when you get through. So
he's not going to be able to get high enough.
Your reach.
That's what it's going to be. Like it's not even reach differential. Like
I think what this really comes down to is who can take a punch better, and for that reason, I picked Gary.
What's up, baby? We back. Welcome to another episode of Rated G with Gary G. Garcia and Brian Licata. I am your host, Gary G. Garcia, along with my brother from another mother and my partner in misinformation, Brian Licata. Today we have a special guest, Mike Merk.
What's up?
Mike Merk, the Merk man himself.
Look at that camera.
If you don't know who Mike is, he's for TMZ. He's one of the founders of AC Jokes, which is where I reside and where we do comedy every single night. You can follow him at Mike Was Funny.
That's only if I'm funny.
And it's good to have you on the show.
Good to be here.
It's only taken, like 40-something episodes to have him on.
You had that many already?
We're almost at 50.
Oh, wow.
What are we at, 40?
I think this is 44, I think.
44. We're almost at 50.
I'm glad I could make the top 50.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. It's good to have you here. You know? For everybody who don't know, when I go on tour with this brother right here and Adam and Terry. We've had Adam on, we've had Terry on. This is the only brother from the multi-personalities tour that we haven't had on. And I
thought you were supposed to come on when you were out. What happened? What happened to that?
I broke a door.
Yeah, things got a little hectic on the road.
So it was not a good time to come on.
Ladies and gentlemen, the episode when I was on the road and you hear that big bang.
No,
and I asked if everybody heard that.
Yes.
That was
me breaking the door.
That was Mike kicking in the door upstairs.
Dude, what episode was that?
I honestly don't
probably know. Like 38. I don't even know.
It was the one where I had the whole downstairs room. It was the last one we did when I was on tour.
I think it was right before you guys got Tommy. Right? Like one or two episodes before that.
Yeah, it was probably maybe the episode before that, 1 or 2, yeah. It was the last one we did on tour. And you heard a big bang, and I was like, did you fucking hear that? And that was this.
Are you pulling it up right now, Brian?
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can find the clip, yeah.
You're not going to find the clip.
No, you can hear it. Maybe you'll be able to hear it.
You're not even going to find it because I don't even remember if it was the beginning, middle, ending. I don't even remember, but we was in it. It
wasn't this episode, right? It was a different one, wasn't it?
No, it was different.
Yeah, it was the one after that.
It was the one after that. We had a nice fucking room in that one, man. That one was dope.
Yeah, well, it was expensive.
Well, I'm talking about the one that he just showed.
Oh, that was in Springfield.
These motherfuckers charged $400 for a hollow door.
$450 actually.
For a hollow.
You should have just went out and bought one and put that fucker on.
Listen, I wanted to do all those things. In fact, there was a point where I just didn't want to say anything.
Not say nothing. It's just a big ass hole in the door.
Just can you imagine? So
the place was dope too.
I'm Jewish. I want to save money, right? But the guy whose name the Airbnb was under is also Jewish, and
he wasn't gonna let him get away with that.
Well, it's not that we're just neurotic people. You know what I mean? So if his I guess the Airbnb score goes down by like 0.2 or something like that,
right?
Go nuts.
I think there's a rule of thumb that when you're underneath someone else's
it's
name.
Adam Gable, by the way. I just don't.
When you're
I'm gonna call him out. I don't care. I paid for it.
Yeah, but there's a thing when you're underneath someone else's name, you don't go kicking in doors.
Well, that's true. I mean,
this is what happens when we go on the road.
Responsibility.
People think comedy is all laughter and fun. No, it's some fighting and fun too.
Oh my God! It was all because a door was slammed in my face. That's what happened. So
these dudes don't know how to act, man. I think I was probably the best on this road. I lost it like twice, but not on somebody. I lost it because of the situation.
Yeah.
I didn't go at nobody.
No, you're actually pretty good.
Yeah, I managed to stay out of everything.
He got angry. He got angry on the podcast. That's why.
But that's what I was gonna say. What he would do is he would like isolate himself. You know what I mean? We used to hang out a lot on tour, and now it was like I'm going to my room or I'm going to be somewhere else.
I needed to go home with money.
You know what I mean? Like,
which I didn't. Yeah. Well, I needed to make money. I was like, I'm going back to the hotel, man. I'm trying not to make I'm not going out there to have fun.
Right.
I mean, if we could have fun, dope. But I'm going out there to make money. I got to come back and pay these bills.
I mean, I would have made money if I didn't break a door.
Yeah, you made even less.
I would have made like $2.
I couldn't believe when they gave that number, dude. That's like a $40 door.
Oh,
It was like paper.
Mm.
You ever see UFC when
Balsa
Rampage
wood.
goes through the door? Rampage starts beating up.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
door?
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, it's just like a sheet of that thin ass wood with nothing.
You know the story of the 3 little pigs. It was the first pig. It was the first pig's house. That's what it was. But he charged me for the 3rd pig.
The only difference was in this version, the pig was blowing down the wolf's house.
That's exactly what it was.
Oh, some real shit.
Terry was huffing and puffing.
And he kicked the door in. He did it he does it differently. He said, fuck huffing and puffing, man. I'm just gonna kick the door in. He put his weight behind it.
It was interesting to hear that all unfold from the basement through a video call at the same time.
We got some good stuff on the background. I threw up on one of our episodes.
Have you seen that clip, Merk?
I haven't seen that one yet. No.
We'll find it because we haven't watched it in a while. I was actually thinking about that earlier today.
I wasn't feeling so well. It was early in the morning.
Was it COVID?
I had a rough night. The truth is, we were just discussing how I stopped trying to figure out what makes me throw up. Because it could be lack of sleep, it could be my diet, it could be the drugs, it could be a lot of things. And in this case, we came down to the drugs and the iced tea didn't mix at 11 o'clock in the morning. So
Drugs
I said, I gotta go use the bathroom real quick. And next thing I know, when I get to the bathroom, I'm just like, you just hear me throwing up all over the place. Then I come back and I'm like, did you hear that? And we left it in.
Look at this.
Yeah, this is it. I have no idea what the fuck that was. And it's funny because I felt it bubbling up and I was like, let me just finish this story. So in case, I don't make it and we have to edit this shit or whatever, I was like, fuck it, at least we got the last story and we know what I edited. That's not the just edit it so it's shorter. You could keep just make it so shorter so they're not sitting there.
Recap.
Yeah, we know. Yeah, this isn't the one when you.
No, that's not the one when you hear me. I'm hacking.
I edited something like that too, for sure.
I am fucking hacking.
How's the I'm just curious, how's the Patreon going? Because there's a fight that was supposed to happen.
7 more. I'm still down to fight.
I'm still down to fight too. Yeah. I think we bring it on. I think we bring it on for 2020. Let's just do it for 2022.
Yeah, 2022.
2022. We'll start it back up.
Nobody wants to.
What do you think, Merk? What's your prediction, Merk? Let's hear, because you know both of us well.
Look at Gary's face right now. How can I not pick him? Look at him.
Pick who you want, man. You're a gambling man. We could put some money on it.
Here's the thing. I want to be the official bookie for this fight.
Sam. Fight between me and this dude. Who you think's gonna win?
Oh my God, bro.
You're going to sleep.
Oh
boy.
yeah, ask his son. That'll give you the real.
Night. He don't even like me.
Listen,
He's as soft as wonder.
Here we go. Here's the real deal. All right.
Licata's
got the reach.
That's all right. That ain't gonna do him no good when I'm up in his office.
Gary's got that Floyd Mayweather kind of like stick and move thing going on.
No sticking and moving. I'm Tyson.
You're very quick. You're very quick and powerful when you get through. So
he's not going to be able to get high enough.
Your reach.
That's what it's going to be. Like it's not even reach differential. Like
I think what this really comes down to is who can take a punch better, and for that reason, I picked Gary.
Dude, I've taken a lot of punches.
I think you can just
and I've lost a lot of fights.
That's the only reason.
Dude, no, I can take a punch. I've taken several.
I know you could. I know you can take a punch. I'm saying he is. You know what I mean? Taking more punches in life, and I just feel like
dude, I take punches that don't even have fists attached to it. All right, what do you know about that, man? Living up there with your little dog picture and your son, 24-hour son. What you know about that, man?
What you need to be
doing, because your hands were too tender to shovel snow.
You got to be working on your punchlines. Is what you need to be working on before you even start to work on the punch.
Look at this. That's another reason I pick him. He's funnier.
See, I gotta say, I'm happy that he's doing that because I bought that out of him. But I'm telling him, there's a reason I'm here. There's a reason why he's here.
Right.
You check my facts, and I'll see if I can say something funny. All right.
No, Brian cracks me up, man.
Brian's a funny guy.
I feel like he's very funny when he like Googles his jokes.
Yeah, most of it is Well, I didn't really learn all that much from you guys, so it's been a struggle to try to find people to learn from. You know.
You know
Well,
me and Brian had a podcast too.
Yeah, I know. I remember.
Detrimental, whatever it was, solutions. I can't even remember myself.
Solutions.
But he was very funny on it.
Yes, he would make me chuckle. He's good for a chuckle. You know, that's why I keep him around. He's not. If he
Nice
wasn't,
face.
if he wasn't funny at all, I
No.
wouldn't even have him. What was that? What's that? What's that? Your temp?
Yes,
What's that? Your
it's
maxi
not.
pad? Oh,
No, it's the mouse.
I thought you were showing me like a panty liner right there.
No, this is what I'm good for. You know, the ones and twos.
The ones and twos. Yeah,
That's the chuckle you were talking about. Right
he's
there.
good for a chuckle here and there, man. You know. So how's it been since the last time we saw you, dude?
Well, so there's been a development in the neighbor who's been reporting me. That we've
Oh
talked-
yeah,
that
and
we've-
they reported him because his dog barks when he's not home.
Oh, so dog was being a dog. All right.
So
Wait, who's the neighbor?
this
Like
is-
older woman, older
Wait,
guy.
was it the person you thought it was?
yeah. So I'll tell a brief story, Merk, to catch you up on the full thing. I move in here. I'm here for like 2 months before Boots comes down from Jersey, right? I have him. You know, he's a good dog. I leave him at home. I'm not, worried. And then I get a note under my door that is like,
Dogs go on parties.
yeah, dude. It was like threatening, bro. She was like, we will call management, blah 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 blah.
So it's a she.
Obviously. So I go over
Dudes
and
don't do shit like that.
and I knock on the door and I said, hey, did you leave this note under the door? And then, I explained to her the situation that like Tina was in Jersey. We just got the dog, blah, 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 blah. So anyway, this lady was actually just visiting from Canada.
She didn't even live there. She was visiting the house.
An Airbnb.
Okay, G. So ready for this. Yesterday,
I forgot about that.
yesterday I got to go into work early, right? I get there like, 8, whatever. So the time I was going to be away from home was longer. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to go out and get him for a walk at like noon, 1:00. So I come back and there's another note and it says on, hold on. I'm going to get it real quick. I'll read it.
I'm really messed up. I just want to point out I'm not in a good place in life because I'm sitting here the whole time going, I don't even know who this person is. And I just want to be like, I hope she gets COVID.
I mean,
Is that terrible?
The crazy shit is she complained about his dog. She don't even live there. She was just staying at the place. Like how do you go stay at someone's? That's like and start beef with their neighbors.
Yeah.
That's like me staying at your house.
And she's Canadian. You wouldn't expect that.
She's Canadian?
Well,
Is that-
yeah.
is
So
that-
that lady is Canadian, and remember I was saying that she watches dogs in Canada, and then came down here.
She watches dogs, and she says she came down here to get away from dogs, and now his dog is barking.
That's hysterical.
Tell her
Yes.
to suck the nut. I got a dog. I don't want a
Wow.
dog. I got
She
a
must
dog. Gotta
really,
deal with it.
really okay.
So I smooth it over with them, right? And then I've gotten a couple other complaints that I've gotten from my management company. But, Tina just got done school, so I couldn't really, there wasn't much I could do other than try to come home during the day. Like I'm not going to pay
Why you
for
never live near white people.
So-
One, obviously you guys make a lot of noise, and 2, all your neighbors are going to tell on you.
Yeah. So we got this yesterday.
He didn't appreciate that one. Glad you're here, Mike.
Yeah.
No. I was focused on the note. I didn't.
Yeah,
I
let's
didn't-
hear the note.
I didn't get the note. Okay. It says,
Let's-
please be a respectful neighbor.
Hold on.
And-
Are you reading it in her voice? Because that's great. Can you do that?
No, he just reads like a woman when he reads letters. Go
No,
ahead.
no. I'm serious. Read it in the voice that you think she sounds like.
No,
I
he
think that'd
knows
be
what she
great.
sounds like. He spoke to her.
All right, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
All right, go ahead.
I know,
Yeah.
yeah, but I can't do it. It's like a Canadian's woman's voice.
All right, go ahead. I got it. I'm picturing it right now.
All right.
Yeah. Please be a respectful neighbor. Your dog barking all the morning is getting very frustrating. We have reported it to the management office. Please, honestly do something. Very frustrated neighbors. Okay. Once again,
First of all, she wrote in plural.
Yeah,
She's
neighbors.
speaking for all the neighbors.
Everybody.
and now, so first
she's an
tip off.
immigrant. That's really-
Yo, you ready? Now, first
started
tip
a
off
Canadian
that it's a Canadian
French.
to me
French
is the way that neighbor is spelled. It's BOUR.
Yeah, and they wrote A.
She's
At
French.
the end.
She's French
They wrote
Canadian.
A at the end. A.
No,
Do
yeah.
something about this, eh?
So
How
I immediately go, next door after I see it. I walk the dog and I go back and I knock on the guy's door. Was somebody coming at the door?
Nah, it's cold like a motherfucker. He's allergic to the animals. So, hey, who knows? Maybe his face will start puffing up on the video. It'd be dope.
It already is.
So I knock on the door.
Good. So you knock on their door.
I knock on the door and, the guy opens it and I said, hey, did you leave this note on my door? He's like, yeah, we did. I was like, all right, will you mind talking for a minute? So he's like, yeah, come on in. So I open and it's the exact opposite of my
His head in
place.
the fucking oven and said, if you ever send me another fucking note, I'm going to make you like a fucking New York pizza.
What do I see? But suitcases. These people had just gone in and the whole place was absolutely spotless. And on the oven was a piece of computer paper with a bunch of looked like number 1, 2, 3 through like 15 with the keys for the apartment and the wristbands that you're supposed to use down at the pool.
The lady left a note of what was wrong. So they didn't even hear your dog. They just went off what the lady wrote.
No. What I think is happening is I think that guy I talked to, he's renting the place and then renting it out to his Canadian family to come down because there's been a lot of different people in that apartment at various times. Like someone's been here for 2 weeks and then I don't see them.
That? Are they allowed to do that?
Absolutely not, bro. No way.
Tell that motherfucker, shut the fuck up, and you're gonna rat him out.
Call immigration.
And then start charging him to not say nothing.
Yeah, I like the way Gary's thinking. Call immigration right away. Are they on vacation? Do they have their papers?
Well, the one guy was from.
So what did he say? What did he say, man?
No, so I was like, listen, man, my girl's been away. She's had some shit she has to take care of. I do whatever I can with the dog. Like I'm sorry, bro. It's like during business hours. Like I don't know what else you want me to do.
But during hours. Yeah.
Yeah. Like stop calling the management. Like text me or something.
You know what you tell him?
I gave him my number.
I got your solution. What you do is you start blasting music while you're at work. You know what I'm saying? You make the music louder than the barking. They can't complain about the music because you're playing the music when the hours are okay to play the music. Bang. Bing bong, bitches.
I think that you should record your dog barking, right? And just in case there's going to be a time where it's not barking, you should set up a stereo that just plays the dog barking all day long.
You should
and then when they call me from the management office, I'll be like, yeah, we're not even at the apartment right now.
Yeah,
you should bark at them.
I should bark at them.
Yeah, I did that. My son thought I was insane. We were outside. This lady was complaining about Everdeen. And Everdene's like a little baby, man, and meanwhile, nowhere near the lady. Lady comes walking up. I said, listen, if you're afraid, she starts complaining. Get your dog on across the street. What are you talking about? I was like, if you don't, walk around the dog. And then she started talking shit.
Was the dog on a leash?
Yeah, completely on a leash, nowhere near her. And then she's walking toward the dog, telling us to move the dog. Meanwhile, we were standing there for the longest. So I told her to walk around. She decides to walk right through the middle of us so that she could complain about the dog. And as she's walking by me, I was like, and my son was like, did you just bark at that lady? And I was like, yeah. And he goes, what the fuck is wrong with you, man? I said, I don't know. I don't even know. It wasn't even like I thought to do it. I wasn't like, oh, this lady, I'm going to start barking at her. But I barked at her, scared the shit out of her and my son and his dog.
Oh,
and bark at them. See what happens. Let's start a new trend.
You should start you should start a defense campaign where you complain about everybody in that apartment.
But dude, the thing is, so they have this other service.
Send them a note.
Send them a note. I'm tired of you Canadians coming down here.
Listen, say, I noticed that there's been a lot of people going in and out of your house. So either you got people staying there or you're selling crack. Mm-hmm. If people are staying there, I'm going to say something. If you're selling crack, I want a discount.
A heavy discount, right? Like at least 70 or 80%.
Yeah, like you got to get like fucking rocks just for free, not to say nothing. Mm-hmm. Use that fucking power. I'll teach you things. You're still a baby. He thinks he was a drug addict. He doesn't have one crack baby.
Not one?
Not one.
Rated G is for the children. We've discussed this.
Rated G loves the kids. That's why we share.
That's why it's rated G.
That's why we share this information, man, so that the kids can grow up free in a world, that they can trust the people that they have running it.
So, Merk, tell us what's going on in the world of AC jokes.
Jokes?
Yeah, what's popping? What's popping at the club?
Nothing. Same shit, man. Gary's killing it every day.
I've been eating a lot of dicks.
He has actually, and I wanted to say something, but then he said it to me, and I was like, All right. Well, he's working on it. He's a pro. He'll figure it out. He's
And I have my
shit.
last 3 shits have actually been really dope.
Yeah.
They were really dope.
The last couple of podcasts we've.
So he was. I think he was angry. I think he was angry at me or something. I don't know, because whatever scenario it was, like we were both like not on the same page about something. We didn't talk for like 2 days or 3 days or something.
What, recently?
When you got sick or something like that.
I was mad at y'all because I got sick for like 7 hours and they didn't let me fucking come back.
Right.
They wanted me to quarantine. Why? Because my stomach, I do drugs and all kinds of shit. I get sick. It's the winter. These last 2 years have been my most healthiest years ever. Ever.
Yeah, well, that's because you don't go to a doctor.
This motherfucker got COVID 3 times, and every time he comes to my house.
You got it 3 times, bro?
Yeah. The last time was
really
from him, because
you didn't get it from me. I didn't see you.
I don't even think it was from
I've actually heard that you've been passing it around to people, Merk. That's the word on the streets that I got. Yeah, I got the word down to Florida.
Yeah,
that you're patient zero, bro.
I'm a COVID slut. I'm just all over the place, just spreading those COVID germs everywhere.
Yo, he has mad antibodies.
Yeah.
But they're all like fucking Swedish. They're like passive. They're like, oh, we don't want to fight. Go ahead.
Yeah.
And they just let it affect
Swiss.
the body.
Yeah.
Swiss.
Oh,
Swiss, whatever. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, that's why I'm here. That's why
That's why you're
That's
here.
why you got the computer in front of you.
Yeah.
So it was whatever. He was like, I guess he was upset because he was in, the stage time thing or whatever. And
I only come out here. The only reason I like being in Atlantic City is the stage time and it doesn't snow. And I had to unbury my fucking car twice in the last 2 days. So what do I got left?
Crazy. It's crazy. It never.
You guys got to come down here.
Can't come back.
Yeah, we have to. We're coming next week. Let's do a live episode.
See, but that goes to show you people, they care. They didn't let me come back, so that goes to show you that, they care about the safety of their guests who come to watch the show. If anyone gets sick, named Gary, they're not going to let him back.
The truth is, I don't think we really care. I think we just don't have enough money for a lawyer. So we just
dude, how can anyone? You just got sick. Who gave it to you?
Oh, I have no clue.
Exactly. No one's going to be able to say this is the person that gave it to me.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to trace that.
I mean, sometimes
Yeah, I mean, you can.
In New York, to change the subject completely, I didn't even know this. In New York City, right? Like, my dad had COVID, right? So they trace it. They have COVID tracing.
Yes, I know. It's on our phones.
Yeah, well, forget about that. They have an actual department that you call and you tell them, and they let you know like when it's okay to go out of quarantine. Like, and my mom told me this. Right? He's like, oh, Dad's out. He's at work. I'm like, isn't he supposed to be quarantined? She's like, oh, no. The Department of Tracing said it's okay. I said, the Department of Tracing? I said, what? He said, yeah, when you take the test and you don't have to tell them, but like people tell them so they trace it. And I'm like, you guys are from the Soviet Union. You don't see a problem with any of this, huh? My mom's like, I'm like, yeah, okay.
Just so you know, Mike is not like me and Brian. He's not. No. Every time I give him a conspiracy theory, he's like, he just looks at me. Yeah, every now and then, though, I convince him. I show him enough proof of something, and he'll be like, okay, he'll ask questions. But he's not like, totally like us.
I don't jump on it right away.
We're considered,
You're reasonable. You're reasonable, I would say.
Well, listen, when you're talking to there's a thing about being a forehead, and there's a thing about like, how everything that you guys make a point of is like masks, right? So the fact that like there's a tracing like body or whatever that like you're giving your health information to that can let you know when it's okay to go outside. You know what I mean? And like contact trace. Like why are you giving them this information? Why do they have access to it? Why are you voluntarily giving it to them? What about your rights? You know what I mean? And like they're pushing, but I'm just saying they're pushing for it.
You know I love when they start to notice it. No, but that's what's going on with him. He's starting to realize
but that's what I'm saying.
Like,
then there's also the people that think that like Wayfair is like shipping children, and it's like, all right, slow the fuck down. You know what I mean? Like, come on, right? Slow the fuck down. Like
listen,
I said.
I'm not gonna say Wayfair shipping children.
Okay.
All I'm gonna say is they did have on their websites very expensive shit,
right,
under the names of kids that were missing. Then they came out and they sent out a formal thing that said, we are not shipping children.
Right.
And then all that shit was gone. It was no longer on their site. That's all I know. You come to your own conclusions. I'm not saying that
Epstein didn't kill himself.
I'm not saying they wasn't, But I'm
Well,
just
that I
saying
believe.
that's what happened. You
Yeah,
know,
but there's also like, you know,
Merk,
like,
yeah, get back to what you were saying about the contact tracing.
so I don't see my mind. I can't wrap around it. You know what I mean? Because it's like, you know, that's like living in a fascist freaking state. You know,
Yeah,
like straight up.
it's-
And then, you know, you see like all these conservatives yell, "Oh, you're fascist," and liberals are fascist, and I'm like, yeah, a little bit. If you don't see this, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, dude, it's very odd because I have some family of mine who are old school like '60s liberals. You know,
yeah.
when everything like Bernie Sanders liberals. You know, those were the those were like the far end of liberals back in the day. But now the whole party has embraced this kind of stuff. Like AOC and all of her people, when all that shit was going on with Trump, they were calling for anybody who voted or support him needed to get put on a list, and you couldn't either work with them or vote these people in again. If Trump got impeached, that's what she was saying. It's like a blacklist. That's Soviet blacklists were like that.
So like if you ever look at old like history, like I don't know, if you look at the Communist Party, for example, right, when it was in England, right? This is like back in the time of like when
right before World War One.
Right before World War One. Right. If you look at the time of like if you're looking at me like, where's he going with this?
I'm just listening.
You know, so like the Communist Party then, right, was seen as a threat, right? And like you're supposed to live in a democracy where like if you want to have a communist party, sure, you can have a communist party. You know what I mean? Like that's fine. That's, you know what I mean?
But you can't let them get any control.
Yeah. So Winston Churchill and like, you know, all the elites, you know, on the other side, you know, we're just kind of like, it's the same thing that's going on now almost. You know what I mean? It's like they were trying to control what that party was saying, how they were saying it, like they're the enemy because it's against democracy. Well,
we're banned on everything. We've been
bro. We can't.
But what if we want? My question for you is: what if we wanted to vote in America for a communist party? What if we wanted to?
Yeah, you can. Now
Mike's gonna get himself killed.
Yeah.
Mike thinks we have no followers.
No, I'm just asking. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
you can, man. No.
Yeah,
There are communist parties in the U.S. now, but it was way different than it was in the '60s. So I think we've talked about this before, but the people who started the ACLU were Jewish people. I think it started up in New York or something like that. Yeah. And one of the first big cases they took up were guys doing a it was like a white pride, either neo-Nazi or Klan rally or something like that. And these guys, the ACLU took their case and said they have the right to say what they want. It's free speech protected under the Constitution and its amendments. But it was Jewish guys 20 years after the Holocaust, like 15 years after the Holocaust was over. They're defending the guys. But now, the people on the left or the so-called liberals are, trying to censor everybody. Shit, they don't
so you put them on a list. You put them on a list for freedom of speech. Meanwhile, you're on the side, on the liberal side, putting people on a list.
Yeah, it's switched, bro. Yeah, it's switched. The party's
about this freedom, and then you're the one on the.
Hold on a second, man. Zip that up for 1 second. See, now we look like a Death Row album cover. See that? All of us look like a Death Row album cover right now. Look at that, man. I never looked so white. I look very pale right now, man.
If they're seeing, like, whoever's watching this, they're gonna see it the way that we're seeing it, like in this view.
No, they're gonna see it, in this view.
All right, because we get whiter as we get closer to me.
It's different shades of blanco. Different shades of blanco.
Well, you got tan down in Florida. That's why. Otherwise,
and I don't really even go out in the sun all that much, because I work during the day.
Mike, what are you gonna do now when you have to download the app?
For what?
And then every day when you wake up, you're gonna have to look at it. It's gonna scan your temperature, and then it's gonna tell you whether or not you're allowed to go outside.
You think that's gonna happen?
Yep.
I don't know.
100%. I saw a movie on it every day.
Yeah, you
see it in the movie. That shit's gonna happen. They put it in your face.
Okay, so all right. So it's funny that we're talking about this, right? Because like the anniversary of the Capitol storming was what, yesterday?
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that a bunch of kids turned in their parents? Fucking rats. Now I wasn't for the people.
They must know my neighbors.
But like they fucking and my neighbors fucking downstairs. They must have fucking, like I'm not for what went on, or I don't even know what the fuck went on. I didn't care. I was on stage that night. I don't give a fuck. But The kids turned in. I read an article today. The kids turned in their fucking parents. Those fucking ungrateful little fucks. All right, turning in your parents. That's the problem with society today, man.
Well, what made them do
Kids
that?
don't respect
Like,
their
where
parents.
does it come from? You know what I mean?
Kids just don't respect their parents. My son don't be respecting me, man.
But I'm saying
he wouldn't rat you out like that, though.
Yeah.
I don't know. He wouldn't rat me out.
So,
I taught him some good things. He wouldn't rat me out.
One of the things Gary says on stage, and one of the bits that he does, when he talks about like his kids, he goes, "Who raised you?" Right? You say, "Who raised you?" Right? Who raised these kids that they ratted their parents out?
The mother's name is probably Karen.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I mean, who raised these motherfuckers? The people.
It starts at the home.
It does. It does start at the home.
Like, come on, man. What kind of piece of shit rat are you that you got your own kids to rat you out that you raised them that way?
I don't know.
These are the motherfuckers storming on the Capitol,
And the truth is, a lot of these kids are like, what? So I don't even know who's liberal, who's whatever. I don't even know what they are, but I'm guessing they're on the other side. So they were like, how dare you? They were probably, because the kids are all usually anti-Trump. The parents were probably, obviously Trump, right? Because they went into the, all right, so there you go. That's what it was. Political lines are drawn in the family.
I mean, at least it is. Like, I'm not a Trump guy. I
love when Terry calls us liberals. I'm like, I'm
not a Trump guy at all.
Right?
You hear what I'm saying? Like, I see it.
If I speak to a liberal, they think I'm the other one. And if I speak to the other one, they think I'm a liberal. Whatever happens, just whoever makes sense, that's who I'm fucking with.
You know what's really
I don't
funny?
care what side they are. What are you doing? What are you going to do to help us? Nothing? Okay, then go fuck yourself. I don't care where you're from. You know what I'm saying? I'm not either side. It doesn't even make sense. They got that's the biggest gangs, man. Gangs. Everything's gang.
Our friendship, right? Since our friendship, most of the time, I tend to be more on like the liberal side of things, registered Democrat, all that stuff. But then just talking with Gary and just in general, just getting older and going through life, I mean, you start questioning stuff. Like, he's opened my eyes to stuff where I'm like, yeah, well, why don't I think about that? You know what I mean? And it's like, people are just so like mainstream. This is the only way to think. There's a girl who walked out of the show the other day. I'm sorry, dude. Like, people walk out on Gary all the time. Well, because of what he says on stage.
Yeah, but
and whatever it is, whether it's an act, where it's not an act.
No, it's not an act.
Well, I know, but
more people stay than leave. But
well, yeah, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that's the climate we're in. You know what I mean? There's people that have been lately walking out on Gary, and one of the best parts of my job, you asked about AC jokes, is sometimes I'm out in front and I have to open the door for them to leave. And I hear what they're saying about him. And just because I'm on the episode today, I'm going to let you know about one of them right now. Right? It was great. I was dying laughing. Like, this lady came out, right? And the show was fire. Everyone's killing. Gary's killing too. Right? And she was just wasted. Like, older white lady with her husband. You could see that he was like annoyed that they're leaving, and she's like, he's an asshole. He's an asshole. And I'm like, what? Your husband's like, shut up, be quiet.
I mean, she's not wrong.
Wait, hold on a second. She goes,
he
needs to be vaccinated. He's not funny. He's not funny. He needs to be vaccinated. And I was like, okay. And
dude, that's so crazy, bro.
I'm like, but I know, but I'm sitting here like, how can you like say shit like that in my brain? Like, I don't want to get into an argument with her, but I do. You know what I mean? Because first of all, you're saying he's not funny based on the fact that he's not vaccinated, which has nothing to do with anything. You know what I mean? That has nothing to do with how funny he is, right? Then she goes, people are paying to see him. He's irresponsible. He's not funny. He's not vaccinated. And I'm sitting here the whole time.
He's irresponsible also, like, too. That's also true.
I'd love to see your teenage daughter get knocked up and then be told that she can or cannot have an abortion, right? And then
they probably will tell her whether or not she can.
No, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to see that happen. And then I want you to just be like, like, put it in different terms and the whole thing changes. Like, you see it with blinders on. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you're entitled to leave. But why are you insulting the person? He's entitled to freedom of speech. He can say what he wants to say.
But that's what people do. I remember once I was at work, right? And there was these two Jewish dudes there.
Get a little bit further back from the mic. Yeah, there you go.
My boss and his boy, right, come into the kitchen. And his boy is telling him how he went to Dubai and he was banging out all these chicks and hookers and how it was dope out there, right? And then he says, you got any kind of cocoa? And he goes, we got the cocoa right there. He goes, is it kosher? And he looks at it And then he goes, oh, nah, this isn't kosher. I can't drink it. And I'm sitting there thinking, motherfucker, you were just talking about cheating on your wife with a whole bunch of different chicks, and you can't drink the hot cocoa because it ain't kosher.
Yeah, it's ungodly.
What's kosher about that whole fucking scenario? But that's what you deal with a lot of shit and a lot of people. It's like, you know, everyone's gonna pick and choose. Even I do it. You know, the only difference between me and a lot of people is my mind is open enough to realize to see what I'm doing, and if someone points it out, you know, I will make adjustments.
By the way, the best part about that lady walking out was her husband, because the whole time he was like shushing her, right? And you could just see that he was just kind of like, I really didn't want to leave. Like he looked at me like,
yeah, well, he did it. He went and got
married.
What I
mean?
There was a time he wouldn't have had
to.
No,
but the best part is she's literally like, he's not funny. And he just looked at him and he was just like, kind of funny. He kind of like mouth like, they walked away. It was like, he was so miserable. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I had people walk out on me. I've had people walk out on me just on my like, hey, what's up? Fucking, you know, welcome to Atlantic City. Yeah. And they'll get up and be like, I think the best walkout was the dude. He walked past the front. He looked at me and he went, and then he walked past. I had no comeback. Yeah. Oh, wow, I just looked and went, I can't lie. That was pretty fucking funny. What do you want me to say to that? Yeah. How am I supposed to respond to that? Yeah. Homeboy gave me the thumbs down. If I would have been a gladiator, my head would have been chopped off.
Listen, I've been told. You got
fed to the lines.
Corny. This show's corny. Right? Meanwhile, they've been sitting there talking the whole time. Like, what are we talking about right now?
You know, it's a comedy is a fickle bitch.
It's not even comedy, dude. If you don't like it, leave. That's just like America. You don't like it, leave. Same thing. That's like people say that, right?
I never understand like what it is about comedy that makes people after the show come out and tell you like,
oh yeah, that's the best.
Not necessarily that you were funny, but like literally,
you know what would be good?
Literally tell you, you know what you should say,
you know you
should say this, or be like you were the best, or like they don't do that with like bands. No. You see 4 bands, you don't go up to the bands afterwards like, oh, you were my favorite. Even if that's the band that you came to see, you just sit there and go, oh, I came to see you guys, you know, whatever. But it's not like, you know, no one goes up and says, you know what you should say in that song? You know, it'd be a better bridge.
Everything you did was great, but this one thing. This lady did that to me once.
It's weird. It's like no other business.
Yeah. No, it's the only one. It's great. No, I can't think of it.
I get something similar when I make videos.
Maybe acting.
What do you do?
Like when I make videos for people, they're like, hey, well, what if you rearrange this or that? It's like, no, the video I made you is the video, you know? There's no other video.
You just compare making videos.
Do this
to us creating art. Nah, I'm only fucking with you.
Do this. Do what I do. Do what I do.
Like,
I straight up.
I respect what you do.
Lady came up to me.
You know I do.
I know.
And goes, you were great, except for I would just one thing. I just want to tell you one thing. I said, okay, cool. Before you tell me, how long have you been doing comedy? She goes, I've never done comedy. I said, well, then I really don't want to care. I don't really care what you have to say. Like, no offense. Like, why should I listen to what you're going to tell me right now? And I just walked away, and she just looked at me dumbfounded. And it's like, why would I listen to you?
You want to know what I feel is fucked up? Mike says that, and he looks like he seems like he's a dick when he says that. You're like, damn, that's rude. That's mean. I say that, and I can get away with it. I can just say it. I listen. But no, what I'm saying is no one would even think that I was being mean or rude. They'd just be like, that's G. But Mike, they go, damn, Mike could be a dick sometimes.
I mean, that's true. I really can.
People get mad that I get away with saying shit that I say.
Because you do it more You do it more frequently.
Well, because dude, there's really no, you know, even the shit I said about the slaves the last episode, I watched it and it was just as bad. But
what did you say about slaves?
But it didn't come from a mean place. You know, it just comes from a mind that speaks quicker than
no filter
than it thinks. You know what I'm saying? So whatever, man. Listen, you're gonna cancel me, get started.
Exactly.
There's a reason on every episode.
It wasn't mean what I said to the lady. It was just the truth. Like you know what I mean? My parents and like my family, they see how I interact with audience members after the show, and they're like, you should be a lot nicer. And it's like, do you realize as artists, like how much energy we give to people, like throughout the course of the day, especially like what we do. Like we sell tickets, right? Then we greet them at the show. We're not just up there for 10 minutes, then we don't see you afterwards, like, you know, or 20 minutes, like most comics, in, out. You know what I mean? We're there from start to finish, from the day to the end of the day. And now you want me to sit there and take feedback from you Like, come on, man, have like a little respect. You know what I mean? You don't need to suck my dick either. You don't need to like come over and compliment me and this, that, the other. You know, thank you. All right, don't want to talk. Fine. You know what I mean? But like,
Keep moving.
it's like a lot of energy to give somebody to take criticism after the fact. So once in a while, you react that way. You know, I do sound like a dick. I'm done talking.
Nah, if you guys should ever come to the show, the only comedian who really likes to hear criticism after the show would be Petey Rancel. So if you guys should ever come to the show and Petey's on, feel free to tell him what you think he should have said.
Yeah.
I thought he likes it better if they tell him while he's doing his
he's on stage.
Right, while he's on stage is when he prefers it, not afterwards.
In fact, just shout it out right in the middle of his set.
Yeah, just shout it out, yeah. Before he even starts, you can just say something.
Yeah.
He loves that. So yeah. Oh. Tell him Mike sent you.
It would be really great, like if you know, I don't know, years from now, where your following is, you know, 10 times more than it is now, and you have like millions of followers or whatever, right? And I don't know how big your following is, but I'm just assuming nice big following already. I'm just saying
decent.
Yeah, I'm saying like when you were in like the big numbers and you did something like that, and then they started doing it to mess with PD.
Yeah, that'd be great.
That'd be great power right there. Like you
make if you had an army of fucking trolls that you could dispatch.
They fucked up on my car. I made them give me fucking like mad free shit because I was like, listen, I got a podcast. I got 50,000 followers. I said, I'm gonna go on there and I'm gonna tell them how much of them shit. I said 35% of them live right here in Atlantic City. And they said, what do you want? And I got free fucking cleaning, which I needed because he spilled the fucking Gatorade.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
In my car.
No.
And
what color Gatorade was it?
Free oil, free rotation, and free alignment. With the power of rated G.
The power.
That was the power of rated G right there. Just the thought. See, it's not necessarily having to have those followers. It's the look, baby. You got to talk to them like, yeah, I got those. What? See? See that? There's no tell.
I feel like I should wear a hat.
There's no tell.
That's missing here.
What? You should wear a hat?
Yeah,
you got to stand out. You know,
I'm pretty pasty.
You're the guest. You know,
I stand out.
You're pretty pasty.
I'm pretty pasty.
You do look a little pasty.
It's the light. The light's right on me.
Why? Are you hot? Is it making you hot?
No, not at all. It's making me pale.
It's just shiny. It's not really pale.
You know what, man? People are gonna watch this episode and they're not gonna have like a good feeling of like the person I am. I've just been really angry lately. I think it's coming out today.
Dude, I was just telling the story how I shook my dick at a couple in fucking Dunkin'
Donuts. Yeah.
All right, there's nothing but
that was one of the wildest stories we've had.
No, I heard it like I heard it in passing actually.
And unfortunately, my son is always there. I am not a good role model, man.
Yeah.
You know, and then I wonder why he's angry. I'm like, do you want kids, Mike?
Do I want kids?
Yeah. Do you want to have like a little boy or girl running around?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, because there's stress.
I gotta get in shape first.
Why?
You gotta chase them.
You ain't got to chase them. They have leashes now.
You can't put them on a leash.
Well, then you put it around their ankle.
Ankle bracelets? That makes sense.
Nah, you just like get it with like a long, chain like the elephants.
Oh, they have like that.
Remember when we talked about the elephants, dog?
I don't know. What's it like having a kid, right? It's got to be good, no?
Babies are great, but they turn into kids and kids suck. And then kids turn into teenagers who suck even more.
What about now, though? When like they're already like fully grown?
Oh, and then they could actually tell you exactly what you did wrong and how much you sucked as a parent. You know what I'm saying? As if they were great kids. Kids are ungrateful, man. But I mean, listen, I don't know, little Mike. Would you name Mike Jr.?
No.
Batman?
What name would you name?
Misha.
You give Misha?
No, I wouldn't do that. I don't know. Would this have to be a boy?
Is your name Misha on the birth certificate?
No.
But it is Misha in Russian.
It's Batman on the birth certificate. B. I'll show you my birth certificate. You don't believe it.
Brian, you're rubbing off on this man.
Igor has a sense of humor.
Father, Michael Batman Merk. That's his full name.
Correct.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's knighted.
You don't know the story?
He's knighted in Scotland. He's a Scottish knight, right? And he's also an ordained minister.
Oh. I'm a man of many trades.
And his legal middle name is Batman.
Do you do gay marriages? Will you do a gay marriage?
Yeah, absolutely.
Not against it?
UniversalLifeChurch.org.
Can you marry someone to their German Shepherd like that German dude wanted to?
I'll marry anyone for $500. I'll marry you to this freaking ice tray. I don't care.
Jump on a plane and bring your Uber.
I've been trying.
We're gonna make an honest man out of you, Brian.
Brian, let's marry your dog to the Canadian lady.
I've been trying to get Tina to allow Merk to, do our service, and she's not interested.
She's not interested.
I've been pushing for that for like a year.
I wonder why not.
Yeah, why wouldn't she want me to do the service?
What would you wear? A suit, or would you like
whatever they wanted me to?
Garb.
No, whatever they wanted me to.
Aren't you like
Brian said, I want you in a thong. I'm there in a thong.
Aren't you like Lithuanian Presbyterian Catholic? Don't they like put those big fucking make them wear like a Jiffy Pop popcorn hat?
Greek Orthodox.
Yeah, tell her if she lets him do it, she can dress him any way she wants.
I'll dress up as a Ninja Turtle. I don't care. Come on, let's do it.
That'd be great.
I should get that power, man. I should go and get ordained as a minister.
I mean, yeah, it's free.
So I can marry people.
It's free, but you need the certificate.
I would be the best because I get up there and be like, before we even get this started, are y'all sure you want to do this?
Right. You'd be talking to people like, does anyone object besides me, your minister?
Yeah, like I'll keep it quiet. We all know how I feel. But do you guys really want to do this? Think about it. Look at each other and ask yourself, can you outlive that motherfucker? All right? Because if you don't think you're going to win, don't get in it. Don't get in it. All right? It's a tough game, marriage, man. It's a tough fucking game. He's looking to do it. Did you set a date yet? Still no date?
No date.
That bullshit. He's one of those young people. We're engaged. Have you done an engagement party?
Nope.
How about a shoot? Did you do an engagement shoot?
Nope.
You should have an engagement party, man.
So, what's the point of your engagement? To just say you're engaged?
Who's going to be your best man, Brian?
Probably my brother.
Your brother?
Yeah. No? Well, you're not allowed to do that.
You ain't got no friends?
I do. Yeah, I have tons of friends.
Well, that's why you pick your brother.
All right, so you don't want to be that dude that said Gary G. Garcia was my best man at my wedding. Okay, it's fine. No problem. I'm not trying to put no weight on you. I thought just maybe because I made that emergency list, maybe we were on a different level.
Gary, I think that you would be the worst best man for Brian.
No, absolutely not. No.
For Brian. Because besides just being the best man, you'd make a great toast, I'm sure. But besides that, you have to plan.
Thank you, I would. That would be the best thing as the best man.
That
if
is
you want a
good
good toast.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't even write it either.
Dude, I was the best man 3 times.
You were the best man 3 times?
3 times.
I've never been a best man.
3 times because they wanted me to do the toast. That's why they picked me. But also with that, you have to do the bachelor party.
You don't want a bachelor party.
Well, that's my point. That's why you would be the worst best man for him.
Nah, I hook something up. We do something.
Bachelor party.
The way you party and the way you party and the way
I'll take him to Disney.
Me and Brian party are a little different. You know?
I'll take. Well, he doesn't do no drugs or drink anymore, so I'll do something before we leave, and we'll go we'll find all the subliminal dicks in the roller coasters.
That could be good.
It's a small world. We'll drive through It's a Small World and find all the subliminal dicks, and It's a Small World.
Which is ironic because they're all probably huge dicks. I would say now I take it back that he would be the best man for your best. You'd be the best.
Nah, but
best
you don't
man.
want me. He got his brother. I mean, he's only known him all his life.
His brother's not going anywhere.
I don't even know your brother. Is he cool?
Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah, he's making you get shots, right? That's the one who keeps making you get shots to come hang out.
Wait, what?
He has to keep getting fucking COVIDed up.
I'm not getting any more. No.
You got the booster?
No. I got one Johnson & Johnson vaccine.
The worst one.
Well, the least effective one. That's why I got it.
It's least effective at fighting COVID. It might not be least effective at killing you.
I know.
It could be the most effective in killing you. Least effective in fighting COVID.
I've had that stomach issue, bro. My stomach's been fucked up since I got COVID. Actually.
Well, you should go and get some of that talcum powder and rub it on your vagina. I heard that's good for you too.
There's no need for that kind of talk. You want to be my best man. That's not how you do it.
Right? No, that's exactly why he should be your best man.
Yeah, man.
We should start his speech, his best man speech with that line.
Yeah, man. You should put some powder down there, man. Make it smell a little fresh.
What do you guys got coming up? You got anything cool coming up?
Who, us?
Yeah, I don't know. Like for the show. Yeah, me.
The fight.
Yeah, what's up with that? Is that gonna happen?
Well, we need people to join this. Listen, man, we're not doing it for nothing. Okay. I mean, I don't want to kick this man.
How much is it to join?
It's like the lowest tier is $5.
Just to join.
Just to join, $5. And you get a sticker, right? Get a sticker. And if you do the $10, you get a mug, and the 15 or 20, you get a shirt.
So why are your viewers so fucking cheap?
I don't know, man. Ask them.
Why are you guys so fucking cheap?
I tell them you gotta support, man.
Give the guy $5 fucking. Let's see them fight. What are we talking about right now? Listen, the next you need 7 people. The next 7 people that sign up. All right,
8. You need 8.
You need 8. All right, 8 people sign up for $5. Okay, then hit me up at Mike Was Funny on my Instagram. I'll Venmo you $5. All right, for the fucking God, I want to see this fight happen.
And then I'll start smoking. I'll start training. I already got my trainer. We'll do it all through AC Jokes. We'll find a gym and everything. We'll get a ref.
Let's go. I'm refereeing because I am paying.
I think we should try to get Tommy Chong out for the fight. We should fly Tommy Chong out.
I'll get an ordained referee thing or whatever.
Yeah, it's gonna be all legit, man. We'll get some judges, though we won't need them because Mike will be able to tell he's knocked out. So
it'll be easy.
I'm gonna make you ride the motorcycle.
I'm a black belt in judo. I've refereed before. I can do this.
It's not a question of whether I'm gonna knock you out. It's how I want to knock you out. I'm gonna make you do the motorcycle. You know that shit where they be on the floor like. That's gonna be you, dude, riding the motorcycle like this. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be hearing "Born to Be Wild."
Well, he's definitely winning the smack talk round. I'll tell you that.
You should come into that song, "Born to Be Wild," so it's in your head already. Wow, you don't want to hear what I gotta say, dog? Huh?
Oh, I'm sorry. What was that?
Oh, you quiet now. You be talking mad shit.
You gotta get these people. You gotta get these people to sign up, man. What do they not want to see you fight? Are they pacifists? You guys have a bunch of liberal listeners.
I don't know. I don't know.
Definitely not. No. I think our listeners are they agree with what we think and they're poor because of it. I think that's what we have.
And they're all in hiding because they don't want to be fucking.
Yeah, they don't want to put their credit card number or anything.
Yeah, they're all in hiding.
Go to CVS, get a prepaid gift card, you cheap bastard. Come on.
You can just send us cash. That's also fine. So just send the cash down to Florida, and then I will send the cash and give it out to Gary. Gary.
There you go. How are you gonna send him $2.50?
I just want to bust his ass, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I might go blank.
All right, this is what I'm gonna do. If no one signs up, right, by like the end of January, I will pay the $40 to see the two of you fight.
Well, listen, man.
It doesn't count. I'm gonna make 8 fake accounts. Is what I'm saying.
Well, you have to do it on different computers, I think, right?
Yeah, you just have to do it with a different email, I think.
Oh, different emails.
Can I get a referral code?
Yeah, put in
a promo code for Merk.
Promo code rated G.
Yeah.
And that'll get you nothing, but we'll feel good because we knew.
I would just like to support you. I mean, having me on definitely not going to help. What do you get? Like 2?
No, I think we're having
2 extra listeners.
I think this is a fun podcast.
I'm just saying I don't have a following that's going to be like,
that's not what this is about, man. This is about just enjoying what we do, and if it should blow up, then dope.
Yeah, it's something fun.
And we're doing what we can to get it up there. But, we do this out of the love, man. I love when I see this brother during the week, man.
Yeah.
We take a break out, get shit off my chest, man. This podcast was with me through my last depression. 3 episodes. Through my last depression, y'all were with me. And I thank you for that. I'm feeling a lot better. I'm back, boom, boom, boom.
I think that's why I'm here. I think Gary sensed that I was depressed. So he's like, Mike, come on the podcast.
Well, yeah, because he was just like, what are you doing? And I wasn't doing anything. And I just say, if you want to come, you come. Well, because I said that's why I never got you on earlier, because I knew it would be like that. It would be like, I'm talking to you and be like, you want to come.
Right. Time for a show.
Yesterday, we went out to dinner. right?
Oh
did you
yeah, I
guys
want
go?
to big up Danny G, man. Big up to Danny G, man. And you know, don't want to throw his business out there, but that man is dude. And you know, he treated us to dinner last night, and he wasn't even there.
Yeah, real quick with Danny G, he's the reason that AC Joke. One of the reasons that AC Jokes is where it is. You know, the guy helped us get started, and you know, he's a friend. He's a brother at arms.
He's the sugar daddy of comedy.
He's a sugar daddy of comedy,
and he loves when he hears that. The same way you said that last episode, you said that you would love to be brought up one day as my partner in misinformation, and he said that when they brought him up as the sugar daddy of comedy, he said he never felt so good. Yeah. He said when I heard that, I was just like, you know, it made him feel good. He loves it.
Yeah. So he for the holidays he gave us some money to go out to dinner. He couldn't make it.
Oh, nice.
Because of personal reasons, but it was really funny because even though he's not there, he still is able to affect us because we were talking about it yesterday. We don't do it as much as we used to when we first came down here. Before we got we weren't where we're at now. Obviously, you know, we only had each other and ramen noodles or whatever. Like after the show, you know, we just
lunch meat.
Yeah, pull together some tip buckets and find a way to eat and hang out with each other. Now everyone's got apartments. Gary was saying that yesterday. You know, lives, things to do.
And the truth is, you do it so long, it just like I was telling you the other day, someone said, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm going home." They were like, "It's Friday night," and I was like, "So?"
Yeah, every night's a Friday.
Every night is a Friday night.
Right.
Yeah.
We can do whatever we want to do any night.
Yeah.
If shit is popping and we want to do it, we can do it. Mm-hmm. If it's not.
But the crazy thing is, doing stuff like this, like you talking about the podcast and going out to dinner yesterday, it's just one of those things that you forget. You know what I mean? That was probably my favorite time. The times when I was completely broke, just hanging out with my friends, making people laugh. You know what I mean?
Well, I always say it, man. If you don't enjoy the ride, you're gonna miss it, and then you're gonna look back and be like, "Damn, those were actually the best times."
Right. And I'm doing that right now, and it's why forget? How do you forget that? Don't forget it.
Even in relationships, man. You know, I look back at my marriage, man. The best times we had is when we were struggling. The minute everything started going good and the job was bringing in the money and we had the house and everything, that's when shit started. Man, the struggles is the best parts, man. You look back and you make it through, and and if you know, you gotta look at your track record. When you look at your track record, you've made it this far. You know what I'm saying? It makes it easy to deal with all the other stresses that come because you're able to sit there and go, all right, this ain't the first thing that's come my way that looked like it was huge. And I made it through all that other shit. So you know what? I'm pretty sure I'm gonna make it through this shit too. And you're able to deal with it a little better. You know, I don't even know how I went there with that. I feel like somewhere it was led, but whatever. You know,
it's just real.
There's been a moment of knowledge from
so basically, if you're struggling out there, you know what I mean? You'll get through it. But if you're not, put fucking $5 down for Patreon. That's basically what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, listen, man. And he did a vote as to who they thought would win, and all his family got on. So I lost. Only 40% thought I would win.
Oh, that's pretty close.
Yeah, well, who's going to do the numbers? I want to make bets on this shit, dog.
I told you, I want to be the official bookie of this.
What do you think the line's at right now?
I hope I'm the underdog.
Do I think? No, you're not, unfortunately. I hope not in my.
I hope I'm the underdog, man, because then I'm gonna bet big.
No. Unfortunately, you would not be the underdog.
Brian's looking very passive,
especially if people.
I think Brian's new strategy is to make me not want to hit him, because his old strategy wasn't working. He was trying to intimidate me, and I fucking was loving it. So now it's like I'm talking shit, but he's not responding at all. And it's like I think he wants me to feel bad. Like he's doing this very passive.
No, I don't want you to feel bad. I just want
passive, Gary's. I think Gary's a good -1, 140.
Yeah, no, Gary. Really, what I'm not talking shit is I want to let you have your time before the fight. You know, because it's the only part of any of the fight that you're going to enjoy. Because during and after is not going to be fun for you. So I wanted you to have the lead up time to be all you. Oh, what the fuck?
You just got blacked out.
Yeah, exactly.
Even your camera said, let me stop him from saying this so that they don't know he's the one who actually said it.
Brian, you're solid 130 on the books right now. If anyone wants to place bets,
That's not bad. 130. That's
yeah,
Right.
130 plus 130.
Brian, how is it that you're the
He's
one that
140.
does all our video and I'm still up and you're gone? What's going on with you, man?
Technical difficulties over here.
This is what I deal with right here. Look at this. You just went, there you go. You're back.
The Canadians are stealing the Wi-Fi.
Yo, that actually has been something that has happened to me recently. None of my internet shit is working right. Like none of the
Mine
apps.
either.
Yeah, man. It's the internet. It got fucked up in my work. There's been a bunch of shit that's been going on with the internet
Mine
recently.
either. How's your internet been working?
Fine.
My shit's been like going in and out, in and out, in and out constantly.
My porn hasn't streamed this fast, if that's what you're talking about.
It doesn't clear up.
That's what you're talking about, then yeah. I don't think it's a problem on Pornhub. I think it's a problem with Verizon, but I don't even want to get into that.
Yeah, that is great. That is fucking great, man. So what's up, Brian? Huh?
I don't know.
I'm looking at the time. This one's got to be kind of a quick one because I had the dinner last night with the boys, and we have a show tonight.
Oh, very nice. Very nice. Very nice.
And it starts in 3 minutes.
Who's on the show?
Bless you.
Are you on the show?
Gary's opening. Gary's opening for me.
I'm opening for Mike.
You guys might want to get.
You believe it?
Down.
I'm featuring. No, I am.
I usually open for Gary now. He's opening for me.
It's not true.
Yeah,
Listen, it's
okay.
AC jokes, man. You get, you get the comedians in whatever order they're in.
I'm in a weird mood today, man.
We're all headliners.
Well, that's not true. Let's not go that far.
Everyone's a winner.
It's not. Everyone gets a trophy at AC Jokes.
Coffee mug. I thought it was a coffee mug. It was a coffee
We're
mug,
actually
right?
ordering those.
No, you got to be here 10 years to get your coffee mug.
Yeah, you gotta put your time in.
Did
Did you see Gary's coffee mug?
Which one? The rated G one?
Nah, my daughter bought me a coffee mug.
What is it?
Don't get mad, but if she says it, then it's got to be true.
Uh-oh.
It's not true.
What is it?
It's not. It's not true.
It's from his daughter.
Yeah.
Best comedian ever. So nice. Man, your family must really love
If
you.
she says it, yeah, my daughter and my son. My mother doesn't love what I'm doing at all.
Is this a gift to me? Is that what you're doing?
No.
Oh, okay, all right.
My mom, because your friend, no one supports what I do. You
That's
know what I'm
really
saying?
nice.
My son and my daughter support what I do. My mother always calls me up. She's like, "Wouldn't you rather go back to a regular job?"
I like also, if you notice on the mug, it's there's periods after every word.
Yeah, I know.
So it's best comedian ever. You gotta read it.
Yeah, I feel proud when I do that. When I see that, man.
Yeah.
No matter how many people I walk, the mug don't lie.
You know what we should do? We should give out that mug.
When people walk, here's a party gift when you walk and get to the mug, best comedian ever with rated G on the other
It'd be
side.
so funny, actually. It'd be great.
I think I'm gonna do that when I get enough money to do shit like that. That's a great idea.
Well, that'd be awesome.
That's a great idea, man.
Give him a little gift on the way out.
Right.
Except for the last thing. Well, the only thing I would change on that mug, instead of the period, put a question mark after ever.
See, he's like one of those people that when you come out after doing the show, they come up to you and they say, "You know what you should have said?"
Should have just left it.
That's called the comeback. And on that note, man, I want Brian. Give me. Yeah, we didn't get a shimmy in today, man. Where's that
I
shimmy?
did. No. We did in the
When you
beginning of
started,
the episode. Yeah, I shimmied in the beginning. Every episode.
Oh, that's the South Florida thing. Yeah.
Yeah, man. South Floridian.
Yeah.
I want to thank everyone who hung out, checked out another episode with us, man. I want to thank everybody who keeps coming back. I hope everybody's still having a good New Year's with 1 weekend, so anything can happen. I hope you're still going strong, man. Stay positive. Glad you're with us. Check out Mike at Mike Was Funny on Instagram. And what else?
Everything. That's everything.
Mike Was Funny on everything. You could also catch him at AC Jokes along with myself. Monday night. This will be out before Monday, right? Mm-hmm. This Monday. What's the date for Monday? January
10th?
10th.
All right. Well, if it's the 10th or 11th, whatever it is,
Monday?
Grizzly
10th.
Pear this Monday, 10th. Grizzly Pear. Not Quite Tuesday Midnight Show. Mike's gonna be there hosting. I'm gonna be there. Adam's gonna be there, and we have a whole lineup of all the hottest comedians coming out of New York City. So come check us out. Check out my special. Mike got a special as well on YouTube. You bring mine up, his pops right up next to it. What's the name of yours again? You ain't right. You ain't right. Yeah, Mike Merk, you ain't right. Check that out.
Wait, can I plug one thing too before you finish? I'm going back. If anyone's listening in Kentucky, I'm going back.
You're going back to Kentucky?
I'm going back to Kentucky at the end of January at the Comedy Caravan. It's where I broke the door. So if you didn't hear it, you might hear it again.
I also want to big up my peoples in Cincinnati. Yo, like 4 of them motherfuckers hit me up on New Year's to wish me a happy New Year's. So big up to my people in Cincinnati, man. Y'all were dope. That was a crazy show, man.
Santa Claus.
And that's another episode of Rated G, man. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for having me.